Hello, I am Cailin Butler once again, and this is my SB3, and I will be talking about an external behavior within the rave culture slash dance culture, whichever one you really feel like calling it, um, that I have talked about before, but this one is dealing with plur, peace, love, unity, and respect. And it's a hand gesture and also a word that are things that people in an outside culture might be like, what? And of course, people know a little bit about it just because of knowing people who go to those events and whatnot. But the hand gesture is something that I have found people to be very confused about if they have no idea what is going on in that situation. And it's more than just a hand gesture, it's an exchange. Not drugs, just an exchange of bracelets. Like so, but more colorful and sometimes with words, and they can get really big. And I wish I had some of them here. I'm still waiting for them to come down from my last house, so I can actually show you the bracelets. But part of this exchange is peace, love, unity, and the respect is the bracelet exchange to the other person's arm, and then they do one back to you. There are times where someone doesn't have a bracelet. The person wants to give them that bracelet so they can start to see that resemblance of what it means. And now what it means, doing the peace, love, unity, and the respect part, is a deeper meaning than just like, oh, here's a bracelet. I made the bracelet. I hope you enjoy the bracelet. It's a little bit more than that. It ends up being that bracelet ties you to that interaction that you had with that person. It ties you to the memories you had with that event, if you remember exactly where you got it from. And it's kind of remembering and honoring a very interesting interaction you have with someone, or just meeting another person and thinking that they're awesome, being like, I like your outfit, and they want to exchange bracelets because they think you're awesome as well. With this interaction, a lot of people, I think, mistaken it as a drug interaction. I have seen that before, especially from security guards at events. But it is nothing along those lines. It is literally just showing respect for someone and having that memory of an interaction with another person. I know personally I have had interactions with people where it wasn't a huge interaction, but I just saw like, oh, they were having a bad time, sat down, talked with them, and ended up being a really awesome person, and they thought I was a really awesome person, so they wanted to have a bracelet exchange just so they can remember that moment and remember you are this chick who is great, and it can start new friendships. I had a time where I actually ended up meeting someone and doing a bracelet exchange that through events, and another person I did event photography for a slight period of time, very short, but still experience. And without that bracelet interaction, then they may have not remembered me. I don't know. But it's definitely a huge thing, and places like Hot Topic started to make the bracelets. And another part of this bracelet exchange is that you make your own because it has your own meaning to it. So when you give it to another person, it's representing something that you feel about that person. Like some people say, like, you're awesome on the beads. And they want to exchange with that person because they think they're awesome. Or it says, like, meow on it. Yes, very silly things, I know. But it's because they view them as a little kitten. And they think they're adorable. Like, little things like that. And it might sound a little silly, But it definitely is something part of that culture that other people wouldn't understand unless you really got into the culture. And instead of walking around at one event, you're like, yeah, the music's cool, and you see people doing that thing, and you're just like, what the hell is that? Like, you don't understand exactly what it is, or you might see, oh, they're exchanging bracelets, and that might be all it is in your mind. But there's a whole nother meaning to it. And part of the values with it is making your own. So you pass it along, something that you made by hand, to another person, and that person keeps it. I personally have like a huge bag collection that I'm still waiting for it to be shipped down, like I had previously said, of bracelets I have made that I just haven't found the person I want to give those ones to, or they're very specially made for myself or a really good friend of mine. And then I also have ones that people made specifically for me. And I have ones that were first interactions with someone who ended up being one of my best friends. So it might seem like a silly thing, but in that culture, people take it seriously and take it very to heart when someone wants to give you a bracelet, because it's showing something more than just here's a bracelet. But yep, that's all. So next time you see someone doing that interaction, don't think the worst. Thanks. Have a good one.